Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. As you can see, we're not getting any sun at all. It's still quite cold. I think it's about 5 degrees today only, but I have a week of work, so I thought I'm gonna do some gardening nonetheless. So today I'm gonna do, well, one main thing and one very small job. I wanna start preparing my veggie area for the spring ahead. And I have some sweet pea that was soaking for 48 hours actually. So I'm gonna plant the seeds in the pots, but that's only like 5-minute job. So the main one gonna be weeding and preparing the veggie area. So let's do it. So here are my sweet pea seeds. As you can see, they're already starting to germinate. They have been soaking for 48 hours. I just drained the water this morning. They're gonna go in a pots and stay in a greenhouse for not too long, until they germinate probably. But first of all, let's have a look at our veggie area. As you can see, after the winter it looks like someone threw a grenade here. There's weeds everywhere. The whole plot needs clearing. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna be able to do today, but I still have till end of the week. So let's start and we'll see where we're gonna get. Alright, so here we are. I have my hoe and the rake. So let's start clearing this area. So already there's a change of plans. It started raining, so I can do the sweet peas first, and hopefully in a few minutes the rain gonna stop. As I showed you before, that's my sweet pea seeds. You can see they're already germinating after 48 hours. A bit quicker than expected. Usually it takes them much longer, but they are fresh seeds collected last year. So I'm gonna be using those pots. I don't know what they are, 6 centimeters maybe. Got some soil from the molehills, that should do it. Just fill it up 3/4 of the way. I'll do that with a couple of them. As you can see, it's a proper juggling act here in the greenhouse now. No space to even walk around, but that's alright. That spring is always a busy time in the greenhouse. I don't really know how many pots I want. Probably 5 or 6, but I can plant more than that. I'm really using whatever small pots I have at the moment. So here we are, we have our pots filled with the soil, and I'm just gonna plunk 3 to 5 seeds in each pot. Nothing fancy. Seems like I have much more seeds than I anticipated, so I can just divvy them up. I'm gonna plant those sweet peas in clumps like that, so it doesn't really matter how many seeds I put in them. And now all I need to do is just cover them with the soil. Couldn't be easier. And tap it down slightly so the seeds are in contact with soil. They already started germinating, so I'm expecting them to grow quite quick. And that's it. 10 sweet pea pods ready to go. That took only 5 minutes. So let's try again. It's still drizzling a bit, but I can try and do some work. So here we are after half an hour. I think that looks much better. So that's the quarter of the plot done. I still need to do the paths. That's going to be the worst area, the strawberries and asparagus, because that needs to be weeded by hand, and the rest of it is going to be quick job. There's not much happening here. There's not that much weeds here really. It's only annual leaves, some grasses and stuff, occasional dandelion, but there's nothing really bad that I need to dig. I discovered a patch of carrots from last year, so I decided I'm gonna leave them for seed saving this year. I'm just gonna plant stuff around them. That should be alright. So yeah, quarter of the plot done. Still loads to do, but I need a coffee break. I'll be back in a sec. The chickens are enjoying all the weeds, and I think it's a nice treat for them. She's very curious today. Okay, so I think I'm done for today. I've done probably a third of the plot so far. I don't need to push it. That's enough for one day. So let me show you how it looks like now. So here we are by the entrance. This whole bed is done. Not quite sure what I'm gonna grow in it this year. I think I had onions and broad beans in this one last year, so maybe potatoes, carrots, cabbages maybe. As I said earlier, I left a patch of carrots here for seed saving. So that's all done. The asparagus bed is all weeded. That was much easier than I expected actually. Oh, it's my holy knife, would have noticed. So yeah, that's all done here. The path is cleared as well. I need to tackle the strawberries probably tomorrow or day after, but I think that's going to be easy as well. I also remove all the cardboard I laid here to stop the weeds from growing. It looks much better now. I don't think I'm going to use cardboard in the garden anymore. This bed here wasn't covered at all, and it's same amount of weeds on it. And when I was rolling the carpet, I've noticed there's huge amount of slugs underneath. It's a lovely place for them to hide. Like this one here. So I don't think I'm gonna use cardboard in the garden anymore, at least not in the veggie area. This whole L-shaped bed, there's only single weeds coming here and there, so that's gonna be a breeze to weed. So yeah, the garden is almost ready for spring. Few more days of maintenance and I should be ready to go. The hazelnuts are flowering, so hopefully I might get some hazelnuts this year. So yeah, that's where we are. The sweet peas in the greenhouse are all planted out. I just need to move the pots a bit, the potatoes to grow. I think if I can leave them on the edges of the pots, that should be alright. Yeah, something like that. That should do it. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. The spring is definitely coming. It might not feel like it with the temperatures into 5-6 degrees maximum. We're still getting some frost at night, but spring is definitely coming slowly but surely. So it's a good time to get your veggie area ready for the next growing season. So once again, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.